Welcome back to part 2, the bag of poop edition. All right, so forum analysis, etc. So is the Facebook page going to be, is the court going to consider that to be a forum? If it does consider it to be a forum, is it a limited forum? Is it a designated forum? Is it a non-public forum? Or is the page just going to be considered the government speaking? If it's just the government speaking, if it's not intended for other people to speak, then you have less rights to speak. Like license plates are going to be considered government speech. If the government, let's say a city owns buses, the city buses, and they want to put a skin on those buses advertising government services, etc., or extolling the virtues of their performance as a government, then it's government speech, and you don't have a right to express yourself on the side of that bus. That would be called graffiti. So there may be questions as to what a particular forum is, and that's why I say, like, police stations are probably going to be considered to be non-public forums. And I say they're probably going to be considered to be non-public forums because the government isn't holding them out as places for speech. Except you could probably make a case that maybe they are, because if you go into some of these police stations, you'll see poster boards with people putting up, posters for missing dogs or community events or things like that. So there's a lot of analysis that's going to go into it, whether or not it is or isn't a particular kind of forum. But generally speaking, I think police stations are going to be non-public forums, which means that under a constitutional analysis, the government can restrict your speech there as long as the restriction is reasonable and content neutral. I see a garbage can left open and unattended, and we are going to make use of it so you don't have to hear the crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. And so I don't have to have a sack of dog crap in my hand. I love people who leave their cans out. It is mine now. Ha ha ha. I bequeath unto thee a sack of poop. Yeah, if you're trying to determine whether or not a Facebook page, what kind of forum it is, etc., that's where you would look at various other cases and try to figure out if the facts of how this particular police department was using the forum, found a stick and dropped the stick. How the police department was using the Facebook page, does it match up with what you want? Does it not match up with what you want? Because you're going to obviously try to find the case where the court held that the Facebook page was the style or type of forum that most benefits you, whoever you are. If you're representing the police department, then you'd want a non-public forum, or you'd want it to be just considered government speech. If you're the plaintiff, you'd prefer it to be a traditional public forum, but you'd probably settle for a designated public forum that was currently open to the public. So that's where your fact analysis would come in. Ooh, another Ford Focus. I actually like the look of them. Or Fiesta, I'm sorry. That's what I have, a Fiesta. I always call them Focuses because, probably for the same reason I call Diet Pepsi Diet Coke. Because I'm retarded. I like the look of Fords. And yes, I am aware that they're getting rid of the Focus and the Fiesta models. And I'm okay with that. I've got a $10,000 car. I'm happier and shit with it. Good days. Oh man. Such a pretty day today. Oh yeah, and everybody remember, I do have a wonderful guest scheduled for 4 p.m. Pacific time this afternoon. And hopefully, from what I'm understanding, this is going to be a fascinating look into the dark and seedy underbelly of certain things. So hopefully the hype is as good as it sounds. We will find out together. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the end of it. This is the end of part 2 and the end of the Ramblin' with Amblin. I'm going to keep walking, but I'm going to do it alone. So have a great Sunday.